Welcome to the Musa video blog. Right now, we're in the middle of two things. One, we're in the middle of Hanukkah, you can see from the menorah. Also, in the weekly Torah portion, we're in the middle of the story of Yosef. So let's talk about that first. Yosef is thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, being taken down to Egypt. It's a terrible plight that he is encountering. But just moving fast forward, despite all of the adversity that he has to go through, the story we know ends with a beautiful ending, a storybook ending. Yosef makes it. He's number 2 in the land of Egypt. He provides a home for his father, for his brothers, for the whole family. And the Jews live happily and ever after, at least for a while. And now back to the Hanukkah story. We have that the Jews are oppressed by the Syrian Greeks, and a small band of Jews do what is seemingly total insanity. They say, we are going to fight against the most powerful army in the world. And somehow, lo and behold, they succeed. They regain control of the temple. That miracle happens. They light the menorah. It burns for 8 days miraculously. And once again, the Jews live happily ever after. Again, at least for a while. So the common denominator between both of these stories is you have terrible conditions, things look incredibly bleak, and they stick with it, they do what they have to do, and lo and behold, a beautiful, happy, storybook ending, which every single year we go through these stories again and again, and we are joyed by the wonderful, amazing outcome of these stories. Which brings me to a point, and that is, not all stories have such storybook endings. If we hear so many of these stories and we think that's the way it is, oh, I'll stick with this, I'm going to hang in there, and I know it's going to be great. Well, we have to realize it doesn't always end up the way we would like it to. Sometimes we go through trials and tribulations, we stay strong, we do what we have to do, and we don't see that, again, storybook ending. We just don't see it. I mean, life goes on, and we look back and we ask ourselves, why did that happen? Why did I have to go through that? And it's not always obvious what the answer is. So it's an important lesson in dealing with the ups and downs, the trials and tribulations, the travails of life, is that we have to get into the mindset of enjoying the ride. Whether this turns out the way I would love it to, or even if it doesn't. Right now, I'm going to do what I have to do. I'm in this situation right now. I am going to perform the very best that I can, and I will enjoy the ride. If we get into that mindset of enjoying the ride, then it doesn't really matter what the outcome is. And it doesn't always have to end in these glorious, magnificent storybook endings that we are in the middle of, the Hanukkah story and Yosef. Sometimes those will happen too, but we have to remember that even if it doesn't, I will enjoy the ride. Happy Hanukkah to you all. See you next time.